Brother Pastor, God bless you and keep you, man. I pray, of course, that this finds you in the greatest of health and spirits, as I'm sure it will. Thank you so much, man, for all that you do for the body of believers. I thank you for your spirit. I thank you for allowing God to use you in the way that He does, and you thinking it not robbery, man, to avail your anointing to the rest of us. The body is desperately and perpetually in need. I want to share with you today is something that absolutely needs to be shared. Your reach is greater than mine, and people need to see this so that they don't fall into this trap, because it's an easy one to fall into, and I know that you'll be able to get it out to more people, and prayerfully even maybe get a response from the brother and see if we can figure out what's going on. Because although, as you see what I'm going to illustrate to you, it starts to appear to me more as if we really have a problem. But as you see in the TikTok that I made about it, I really look to give the brother the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? If you look at the TikTok that I made regarding it, I really look to give the brother the benefit of the doubt, because everything that I've ever heard from him is really very positive. Now that I think about it, I'm trying to remember how much scripture I've ever heard from him over grandiose prophecy, almost, now that I kind of think and consider it. But be that as it may, take a look at this for yourself, Brother Pastor, and do with it as you will. Move as the Spirit of God leads you to move. I just felt that it was something that you needed to see, and however the Spirit of God leads you, my soul is satisfied. So here's the deal. This brother here, I've watched for some time. This is the brother that I was just talking about. If you go to his page and look and see what he's got going on, you'll kind of hear what the gist is of what he does. I'd listened to him for some time just because, like I said, I was enjoying his content as I think back to it. But be that as it may. So he liked a piece of my content, and after having liked a piece of my content, I thanked him in the messenger here. And after thanking him, you see, he goes on to tell me what he goes on to tell me. And my response to him is kind of, whoa, well, let's talk, because I want to hear some more, because I know that, listen, Brother Pastor, I was called at 5 years of age. I was in bed one night and I heard the audible voice of the living God, man, tell me. He says, I was crying. My mother had left my dad. It was one of the worst pains I've ever experienced in my life. And as I laid in bed, I heard the audible voice of the living God say to me, Frankie, don't worry. I've called you to the forefront of the Reformation of the Christian church. I didn't know what any of that meant at 5 years of age. I was 5. I knew what the Christian church was because my dad was a deacon in one, but I didn't know what forefront Reformation or any of those things were. So, and I asked to talk to him, and the next reply that I get is this. You'll notice the area that I underlined toward the bottom. So after I get it, listen, I understand I understand the concept of seed time and harvest. And I understand that there have been times that I was instructed to sow, and Brother Pastor, just to be completely honest with you, man, I was disobedient. I didn't do what I needed to do, and that's neither here nor there. Life took some turns, right? So I was getting my debit card out. I was ready to go. Something said to me, put the brakes on. Just Google that. So I did. I Googled it. And this is what I found when I Googled it. So I click on it. You see it's purple there. I click on it. And when I click on it, what comes up is this verbatim. So, that's when I make the TikTok and post the TikTok. Here's me again. Well, so you can go ahead and look back at the TikTok. And after having posted the TikTok, I did that yesterday. Today, just about 10 minutes before the making of this video, this is what I received. Not very Christ-like, huh? To God be the glory. Do with it as you will, bro, Pastor. God bless you and keep you. This is beyond the pale, needless to say. I know that I'm called for a time such as this. I just don't know exactly how to do it. I could really, really, really use a mentor and or simply some advice. If you're so inclined, I am an absolute sponge, and I'm in complete surrender. And I simply say to the Lord, send me, Lord, I'll go.